StatusQ, reinventing the user value from participation in trials. An innovative direct-to-customer health data platform as a new longevity research-focused patient recruitment and engagement channel. Every year, 6 million people die of diseases preventable by early detection. This is more than the 4.6 million that died of COVID in 2020. Do you know your health status? Wouldn't you like to detect diseases before they occur? So you could go to the doctor, right? But the doctor just sends you home if you're not ill already. Or you have conditions already and you want better health monitoring. Well, what's our solution? I guess it's showtime. I hope I'm as much as exciting as the music when I'm showing you the platform in more detail. So that would be our dashboard, where you have an overview of all these different scores to have a better overview of your health. So the StatusQ Health Platform offers a user-centered holistic health overview with a fine selection of high-level scores and sub-scores related to biological age and health scores broken down to the body systems as a new way to incentivize participation in trials. It's a tool for constant health monitoring for better early detection of diseases. It aggregates data from sources like building questionnaires, the EHR, wearables, and the test from clinical trials. For example, an overall health score for the cardiovascular system. Easy understandable from 0 to 100. And furthermore, you have a listing of all the clinical trials which matches your profile. So you enter your profile beforehand with the questionnaires and we search automatically for the matching trials. If you click on a trial, you get all the more information, but with a focus on the value for the user. For example, which tests are conducted and which biomarkers are collected and for which scores it matches. And we handle all the data submission and the submission confirmation. So it's good for the user experience and the patient engagement. Also, we would like to have lab test reselling with the main point of showing how much these tests cost for the user, and at that point the possibility to search for this kind of test when through participation in trials. As an overview, all the features we want to have in the StatusQ Health dashboard, mainly handling the user and the data aggregation, and showing all the risk scores and health scores and biological age and charting, so the visualization, and the connecting to the trials. Imagine you are a researcher. 86% of clinical trials do not meet recruitment goals within their proposed time frame. Improving the patient recruitment rates offers one of the biggest opportunities to reduce time to market of new interventions. Furthermore, 30% of recruited participants drop out of a clinical trial before completion, so improving the patient engagement rates offers the next biggest opportunity. What are the reasons for not participating or to drop out of a trial? Mainly, the users don't know what the values they have out of trials, and even don't know that they also want healthy participants, for example. So this is what we have to fix. Do you struggle to recruit and engage patients for a trial? Patients are often unaware of potential therapies for their diseases that may be available through enrollment. So maybe you need new types of incentives to reach a new group of potential participants. Maybe a new set of tools would engage them more. This is how it works. How stakeholders benefits and how our revenue flow is, and how we integrate with the current intervention development system. StatusQ offers recruitment and engagement as a service for clinical trial organizations and platforms which pay for this service. And we are the middleman between them and the participant. And we offer the participant free health data. So our service should be free for the users. And this is how ultimately new insights are generated faster and the people get new interventions faster. Our go-to-market strategy roadmap. First, we want to really start with our minimal viable product to have the first usable version which we can show to the users, to the first users, and then we want to reach out to communities to be able to listen to our users as soon as possible. And as a first revenue stream, we want to offer the software as a service, which is just a dashboard for health coaches or functional medical doctors who want this value for this health overview for their clients. Then as a second revenue stream, we want to have patient engagement as a service because we offer the platform as a puzzle piece for the patient engagement for clinical trial platforms. Then when we have a lot of users already on the platform, we want to offer patient recruitment as a service directly to the clinical trial organizations. And furthermore, we want to add then the home test reselling for a better user experience. What's our roadmap for achieving our first active users? We want to start with a minimal viable product and reach out to all the communities, to the biohacking communities, quantified self communities, the proactive, self-engaged people, or the patient communities which struggle with certain diseases, to get our first alpha users and work with them closely, to the early adopters, and maybe pivot to their feedback, what they want. Then when we have a stable user base, then we want to start with marketing campaigns, offering free tests and devices for people who are interested but they don't know. And our main philosophy for maintaining the users is public feature requests. So we want to be transparent, what's our roadmap is, and engage the users so they can wish what they want. This is our team. We have mainly software development and UX UI design, but also business development. Our need to grow the team would be more the scientific and biological science team members. Our mission ultimately is to maximize the user value for personal health management and to improve the user experience of trial participation. But the main goal, the end vision, is really to minimize time to market of new interventions and realize the personalized preventive medicine of tomorrow. Our key partners is you. We have identified a lot of challenges. This is mainly 4 points: the definition of the scores and the development of maybe new scores. We want to handle that by collaboration with the clock development teams, for example here from the LongHack. The development effort of data aggregation and integration, there a collaboration with OpenCures as a jumpstart using their existing platform would be beneficial. The third is to get enough users, because we are a direct to user to customer platform, so that's more difficult as a B2B model, as a B2B product, and we want to start for that to approaching physicians and health coaches and using patient engagement as a service, because they bring their users, and it's a B2B revenue stream. Yeah, the fourth is a user experience problem. The user, if he logs in, and this is the same problem as all these apps have, they have to bring their data, and so they don't have an immediate value and they could get bored. So we have to engage them, and we want to do that with questionnaires based scores directly in the beginning, so they see scores. And why do we want to focus on decentralized clinical trials? Decentralized clinical trials is an upcoming concept to change the trials landscape. And it fits to our technology-based solution. We have identified what a participant is faced with when participating in a trial. And it's in a decentralized clinical trial, everything is digital. Participant can stay at home, and he has to face many stakeholders through digital platforms. But therefore, he has to be engaged more. So, decentralized clinical trials will be fully virtual, which means the demand for virtual tools will increase, and this is what we want to provide. We have identified the companies working on decentralized clinical trials and betting on them. So there will be a strong demand, as we estimate. And these are the major players which offering clinical trial platforms. So that would be our first revenue stream if we provide them a puzzle piece, a service for their trials for patient engagement. But what about the user value? All the platforms offering patient engagement is nice, but what about the user coming back for even more trials because he learns about the value of owning all of his own data and making more use out of it? We want to be that missing puzzle piece of patient engagement. We want to offer the user a real value for his own health management. So, be the hero of longevity research with the right tool to incentivize your participants, the StatusQ dashboard.